Oh, beautiful, beautiful! Oh, that's the prettiest car on the street.
Yes, honey, your breakfast is going to be a little late because I got up so early.
Well, she got up early. Why is my breakfast going to be late?
Because I went downstairs and sat behind the wheel for a while.
Yeah? You didn't turn it or anything, did you?
No.
Nothing like a brand new car to make you feel young and spiffy, eh, Mr. H? I remember how I felt last week when they made delivery on Kaiser Fraser.
Andrew, you're something else. Just what? I don't know.
Thank you for those kind words.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's your shelf, Mr. H.
Ah.
That's a piece of carpentry.
Mm-hmm. Well, very good. Very good. I'm very surprised. Let me just check with the book here, see if that's the right height.
Well, if you're going to put books on it, I'll make it stronger.
Fix the shelf. Paula, don't forget to go downstairs and move the car to the other side of the street where it's shady. Remember, we don't want the sun to ruin the finish.
Oh, I won't forget. I'll do it in just a minute.
Hi, you new car owners.
Harry, sit down.
Hey, Dick, I was just downstairs looking at her. Dick, she's a beauty.
She ought to be for what I paid for it.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah. Can't imagine how much I paid for that car. You want to know how much I paid for that car?
Yeah, Dick. How much you pay for that car?
I'd rather not say. But it was a lot of money.
Hey, Harry, you want to take a spin in the new car?
I'd like to take a spin. You bet. Come on.
Listen, Dick, since I have to move it anyway, I thought maybe I'd go around the block, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. Paid a lot of money for it, but I don't care.
Mrs. H, mind if I tag along? I'd like to see if it runs as smooth as Kaiser Fraser.
Come on, Andrew, let's go. We'll be back in a little while.
All right, be careful.
Oh, yeah.
I paid a lot of money for that car. Hello? Hi, Mother. How are you? Fine, thank you. Uh-huh. Paula, no, she just went downstairs with Harry and Andrew. Going to take them for a ride in our new car. Oh, didn't I tell you? Yes, we got a new car. No, I didn't pay a lot of money for it. Oh, it's really beautiful. Gray exterior, black leather interior, AM, FM radio. Everything works by electric, you know. Windows, antenna. You had a headache for 3 days, I see. I'll tell you what to do. You take a couple of aspirin. Paul and I will come around Saturday morning, take you for a drive in the car. Yes, if you're still alive. Okay, I'll talk to you tonight. Bye.
Why don't you look where you're going? I signaled I was going to stop.
My car.
To go on and tell him I don't really want to.
Mrs. Hollister, you are the spouse. You wrecked the car.
You were in the back seat. You were closest to the accident. You didn't ever tell him.
Hey.
Hi, Mr. Hollister. Yes, I'll be moseying along.
Hey.
Hi.
Are you all right?
Just fine, thank you.
All right. What happened? Dick?
Dick, you know how sometimes things happen, Dick, and they seem tragic at first. Disaster. And then as time goes by, Dick, and you think about it, you start to see the humor of it. And the more you think about it, Dick, the funnier it gets. You know those times, Dick? This isn't one of those times.
Honey, I'm just terribly sorry. It's such an awful thing to happen. But it wasn't my fault.
He's right, Dick. It wasn't her fault.
We saw the whole thing.
The brand new car?
Yeah.
Just delivered it last night. I haven't even ridden in it yet.
Mr. H, it rode beautifully.
Okay. How bad is it?
Well, Dick, you know how one person may think something is bad and another person may not. Bad is relative.
Bad?
Bad.
Bad? Bad?
Worse. The back end's caved in.
How far?
Well, when you open your trunk and put your hand in,
Go on.
it's in the glove compartment.
Hit in the back end. Well, you can be sure whoever hit the car is going to pay for it and pay dearly. Did you get his name?
Anderson, Dr. Anderson.
Ah, Dr. Anderson. Fine. What's the name of his insurance company?
He said he doesn't have any insurance.
No insurance?
No, now don't get upset. You can speak to him in just a minute yourself. He's coming up here just as soon as he parks his hearse.
A hearse? You got hit by a hearse? What kind of doctor drives a hearse?
A bad one.
Well, he's not going to get away with it, you can be sure of that. Sure, he's coming up here. You know why he's coming up here? Coming up here to plead poverty. Yes, going to tell us that he doesn't have any money. Can't afford a new car. Can't afford insurance. He's going to play in our sympathies. Tell us how he works at clinics. Helps people out. Oh, yes. I know the type. He's your average run-of-the-mill doctor who drives a hearse without insurance and hits new cars.
Don't get upset.
I'm not upset. Paid a lot of money for that car.
Dick, I gotta go. Look, don't take this to heart. I mean, it's not as bad as it sounds, is it? A big deal, huh? You got a dent in your trunk. They're gonna pound that out in 2 hours. They'll spray it with paint. It'll look like new. You'll never know what happened to it.
Yeah. Thanks, Harry.
Hey, you guys, you want to hear about the wreck of the week?
Mr. H, I think I'll leave that there shelf till later. I think I'm coming down with whiplash.
Hey, honey. Just been such a bad morning. We haven't even finished our breakfast. Why don't I go in and fix us something hot, okay? We'll feel better.
Mr. Hollister?
No. Dr. Anderson.
Is Mrs. Hollister all right?
Yeah, she's fine, no thanks to you.
Oh, good. I'm glad Mrs. Hollister's all right. I always say at a time like this, it's the people that count. As long as the people are all right, well, the damages are really secondary.
Yes. But since the people are all right, the damages to my car become primary.
Well, it's a beautiful car. I'm sorry.
Was a beautiful car.
I understand your distress. You are a little overwrought, Mr. Hollister. Perhaps I'd better come back tomorrow and we'll discuss it all then.
Don't talk to me. You talk to my insurance man.
Must have measured correctly this time, Mrs. H. The shelf is perfect.
Well, that's very good, Andrew.
I'll just put these books in.
Hi, honey.
Hey, honey. You're going to get worried you're kind of late.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
It's okay.
Took the car to the garage to get fixed. They gave me a loaner. Broke down on the way home.
Oh, that sounds just like our old car.
Was our old car.
Gosh, you know, it's just terrible, all the expense and...
No, there isn't going to be any expense. Matt told me we have an open and shut case. You tell that story in court, that quack hasn't got a chance.
Don't forget, Mr. H, you got 2 eagle-eye witnesses.
Right, Andrew. Would you please sit down a minute? Harry! Harry, will you come over here, please? Just for the record, Matt wants me to get a detailed account of the accident.
Hiya, Dick.
Harry, would you please tell me in your own words just how the accident happened?
Oh, sure, Dick. Well, we got in a car, and we started riding around the block. And I had just remarked to Paula how smoothly the car was going, you know, and everything. What's with that?
That ain't the way it happened, Harry.
Well, then why don't you tell a story?
Proud to. Well, the way it happened was this way. We got in the car, and it was I who mentioned to Mrs. H how smooth the car was running. I remember distinctly sitting in the back of the car saying, Miss Hollister, this car certainly runs smooth. This car's so smooth you can't even hear the engine running. You don't even know you're moving. This is the smoothest running car I have ever...
Okay. Fine. Harry, what happened next?
At that point, I turned around and I told him to shut up.
He was driving me crazy!
So I looked out the window and I saw this girl walk by.
Boy.
Now, Andrew, that was a girl.
That's what I said when I saw her. Boy.
Andrew.
Sorry, Mrs. H, but you must realize I'm in the September of my years. And the days grow short when you reach November.
Will you please go on?
The days dwindle down.
Okay. Harry, go on.
So, as I was saying, I'm looking out the window and I see this beautiful girl walk by, luscious redhead, works in the office across the street. She's a secretary. Can't be more than 30. We're going about 20 miles an hour.
No. That girl was no more than 20. We were going 30.
The girl was 30 and we were going 20.
I looked at the speedometer. We were going 30 miles an hour. And that girl...
All right.
30.
We'll compromise, 25 apiece.
Fair enough.
Go on with the accident.
Okay. Well, I spotted a parking place, and I made the proper hand signal, and I slowed down. And that's when the antenna went up.
Oh, no, Paul, hon, the antenna went down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Up.
Down.
All right. Okay, let's get back to the accident. Sit down. Now, forget the antenna. We'll get it fixed.
I'll have to find it first.
Can we please drop the antenna?
If you're going to drop it, you're going to find it.
Shut up! Okay, boys. Thanks very much.
That
Thank
all?
you. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for coming over.
Oh, Dick, the redhead. 30.
All right, Paula, sweetheart. Now tell me what happened.
Well, like I said, I spotted a parking place, and I put my hand out the window and signaled properly to slow down. I slowed down, and then he rammed right into me. Now, I did everything right. I really did. It was entirely his fault. I hope you believe me.
Of course I believe you. And when you tell that story in court, the jury is going to believe you. They certainly are going to take the word of an innocent woman over the word of a quack. Who is it?
It's Dr. Anderson.
Ha! Oh, got some nerve, Manover. He's got as much chance as a snowball in hell. Hello. When my wife told me you were a doctor, I naturally assumed that you were a doctor. like a
quack.
Oh, no. But your mistake is understandable, seeing that I wasn't wearing my collar at the time. However, I am glad for this opportunity to sit down and discuss what happened.
Oh, you mean our little encounter yesterday.
What, you mean accident?
Yes, I think that's a better word for it.
Mr. Hollister, I wasn't sure at first, but I thought a lot about it, and I'm ready to admit that the whole thing was my fault.
Well, very kind of you, Reverend, and we're all in agreement.
But, Reverend, you said that you didn't have any insurance money.
That's true. You see, we needed transportation for the mission, and I heard this hearse was available if I picked it up immediately, and, well, I was in such a hurry. I forgot all about the insurance.
My insurance policy has a $100 deductible, so that means the insurance company will be paying the major part of the damages.
That means $100 I owe you.
Yes.
No. No, you don't. You're not going to pay us anything.
Reverend, would you excuse us for just a second?
Certainly.
May I talk to you for just a moment, please? You come right over here. What are you doing?
I don't want to take money from a minister.
We're not taking money from a minister. We're taking money from a lousy driver.
He's still a minister. Reverend, listen to me. You're not going to pay us anything.
But I insist on paying.
No.
Will you listen to the man? He's a minister.
All right. You can pay us back when you become a bishop.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Hollister, but I insist. Unfortunately, I don't have any money. I'd like to make it up to you this way by coming here and doing something for you.
What do you want to do something for us for? Have you heard something?
No. I mean doing work around the house. You know, like fixing things and cleaning
No,
things.
Reverend, that really isn't necessary.
Please, Mr. Hollister, it's the only way I can settle my debt with you. It's a matter of conscience.
Well, I think...
Paula, can I talk to you for one more second, please? Will you excuse us just one more time?
Certainly,
Thank you. What are we going to do? We can't have a man of the cloth around our house here, polishing the silver and cleaning the windows.
Oh, does he do the windows, too?
We have got to say no.
No.
Excuse me, I don't want you to have a disagreement on my account.
Reverend, Mrs. Hollister and I want to thank you for your offer. You see, we just wouldn't feel right having a minister around our house doing day work.
Mr. Hollister, I am also an excellent carpenter. I do all the carpentry around the mission.
Reverend, I don't know what to say. We have a handyman here who's very efficient, and frankly, nothing needs repairing.
I'm afraid that this shelf is giving me a little more difficulty than I anticipated. There. That doesn't look very good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And that is the closest I've had it all day.
You've been working just on that one shelf for 8 hours?
Oh, no. First, I finished the work in the bedroom. I reinforced the closet shelf, and then I plastered the wall in the bathroom.
Well, I didn't even know that the bathroom wall needed plastering.
I'm afraid it did. You see, in beefing up that closet shelf, I'm afraid that the nails I used were too long. Well, just that much. But you'll be pleased with the new kitchen cabinet under the sink.
Oh, well, Vic, isn't that nice? We've got a new kitchen cabinet under the sink.
Yes. Mrs. Hollister, I know you're anxious to get dinner started, but first let me check to see if the kitchen floor is dry.
Oh, my goodness, you didn't have to mop the kitchen floor.
Well, I had to get up all that water.
What water?
You see, in sawing the cabinet, I happened to saw through the water pipe. But don't worry about that shelf, Mr. Hollister. I'll take care of that the first thing in the morning.
That'll be just fine. Just fine.
There's not going to be any first thing in the morning.
He is destroying this apartment.
I really don't understand. I mean, he said that he had done all the carpentry at the mission.
Now it's a mission. When he started, it was probably a cathedral. He has got to go.
Now, wait a minute. Dick. Just a minute. Now, how are you going to fire a minister?
Very easy. Minister, you're fired.
Wait just a minute. Don't you have any respect for a man of the cloth?
Hold it. Let's not start the Pat O'Brien, Barry Fitzgerald routine. He has got to go. I don't give a good gadzooks.
Excuse me, I need a wrench.
Come on. Do you know what you are? You're a bigot. Bigot, big gut.
I am not a bigot. That's a lot of balderdash.
Mrs. Hollister, the kitchen floor is dry, and I think I've stopped the leak.
Wonderful.
But could I recommend that you go out for dinner?
We go out for dinner.
Mhm.
Okay, why?
Well, inadvertently, I just punctured your gas pipe. I had to shut it off.
Reverend, sit down.
Oh, I know. I haven't done a very professional job here today, have I? You see, down at the mission, the handicraft doesn't require real precision. I thought I could do the job, but I guess I'm just kidding myself. But don't worry, Mr. Hollister. I'll repay you. I'll get the money back to you some way.
No, that's I'll tell you what. Let's make it a donation to the mission.
I couldn't accept that. But I hope that you can accept, Mr. Hollister, that you are a very generous man. But I must repay you some way. I prayed last night for guidance. I thought, this is the way. Carpentry. I've wrecked your home. I've smashed your car. What good have I done you? Good night.
Hello? Yes? Really? I can't believe it. Thank you.
Who was that?
It was the garage. It seems in repairing the car, they discovered that there was something defective in the steering column, something left out at the factory. They said if we didn't have this accident and we went out on the road for a drive, the steering wheel would have locked and we would have had a serious accident. Strange.
No, it's not. Don't you see? The Reverend has repaid us. I gotta go tell him. It'll make him feel so good.
Wait a minute. If you tell him, he'll spend the rest of his life smashing cars. Okay. Hurry up and tell him.
Hello, anybody. Hi, Paula.
Hey.
So how's the car running?
Oh, Harry, just like a dream. We're not gonna have to worry anymore either because we decided to put it into a garage.
Oh, great. You found a place for it.
Yeah, just a couple of blocks over. A garage on 57th Street. It's a little expensive, but Dick decided it'd be better.
Come on, Harry, it's a big one. 57th Street Garage.